This is where you probably guys are going to cancel me. Kids are a blessing. Okay? They are. But they're an expensive one. It's not like back in the day where, Miss Lady or Miss whatever neighbor lady up the street. Hello and welcome to another episode of Haire. Today we're going to be doing my top advice, my top 30. I mean, I'm over 30, but I feel like I never did this video, so now it's trending. I'm going to do it. So we're going to start in, while I'm taking my makeup off, we're going to start in number 30. Number 30 is start eating clean. Because one thing I've learned from being around people my age, y'all don't know what nutrition is. Y'all don't. Y'all just be guessing. Y'all don't know what nutrition is. Y'all don't know the proper amount of food you're supposed to eat every day. And it's sad. It's very sad to know that you're 34, 35, 36, even 42, still don't know how to eat, 2 grains, 3 servings of veggies, 2 servings of fruit each day. At your big age, you still don't know. You need to know. Number 29, this is where you probably guys are going to cancel me. Kids are a blessing. Okay? They are. But they're an expensive one. It's not like back in the day where, Miss Lady or Miss whatever neighbor lady up the street will watch your kids for you. And honestly, when I say they're expensive, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about emotionally. Like I said, I babysit my niece at least once a month to see if I really want to be a parent one day. And I can tell you, I still want to be a parent one day, but I'm definitely cautious about what age that's going to be. They're very expensive emotionally. And guess what they want? They want the most expensive resource on this earth. They want your time, okay? So if you're not willing to take the time to be patient to teach them stuff, which is everything, I wouldn't say you should be doing it. Number 28, interviews are a personality taste. I can't speak. Interviews are a personality test. Your merit, your metrics, the reason why you even have an employee ID is not even what your background's about. That was the biggest thing to me, that when I was applying for jobs, the vast amount of jobs I worked at in my livelihood, I can tell you, I really was innocent to it. I really sat there and thought, okay, so if I go into the interview, no. The interview is a personality test. They want to see if they can hang around with you all day. Number 27, save your money, but spend it. Because I had this thing where, especially as someone who, I didn't grow up, I used to have nothing. Okay. I'm not saying I grew up, in the slums. We had the shrimp flavored ramen. That's how you know you got money, but you still broke. But I feel like, don't get to where, I know that mindset. Don't get to where you're just I'm so scared to spend any money because I'm not used to having it. Spend your money. It's okay. You'll make it back. Okay. You have the work experience now. Number 26, believe in yourselves. For real. Because some of y'all will sit there and be like, oh, I kind of believe in myself. Oh, I kind of support myself. No, you don't. You cap into yourself. That's the worst person. I can lie to everybody, but I can lie to everybody else but myself. Me and Claire have a good relationship. I stay telling her the truth, even when I don't want to hear myself. That sounded psychotic, but I know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Limit your drinking and moisturize. Some of you don't eat vegetables. We can go back to number 30. But some of y'all have this thing where you think, you can drink all day and your skin won't tell on you. Your skin will always tell on you, okay? And I don't be like, oh, it's genetics. It's maybe the drinking is genetic, but your skin will always tell on you. Every single time. Your skin will always tell on you. Every single time. I can't see through my lash. But every single time, your skin's gonna tell on you. Dollar Tree has some good stuff. Stop trying to live like the celebrities. After hearing, I think it was Ocho Cinco, it was one of those celebrities where he said that he rented fake diamonds for women into the club. And I'm not surprised. I'm telling you this when I say this, that these celebrities are broke. Pandemic. I can't say certain words, are gonna knock my channel off the thing. During 2019, it really showed how broke these celebrities are. They have no income going on. Okay? A lot of them are broke. A lot of them are just waiting for the next deal. They're broker than the average person. Dollar Tree has some good clothes. I get my sports bras from there. I get my niece's clothes from there. Number 23. Now, this one's for my ladies. I mean, this is for my men too, but this one's mostly for my ladies. It's okay to have two friends. Now, I know some people are going to sit there and say, but Claire, I always see you with multiple people. I was just like, but do you? Like, do you see with multiple people? Do you see me with multiple people, or do you see the same cast? I'm talking about it's okay to not have a big crew of people. At the end of the day, I'd rather have two friends that I know, hey, a bear just attacked me. I don't know why. A bear just attacked me. Can you come help me out? That's a friend. Or, hey, I just had a loss in my family. Can you understand I can't talk to you at this time? That's a friend, okay? So that's why I said, I was like, it's okay to not have a lot of friends and have a couple of good friends. Don't let these crews or these dance routines that you see on the TikTok or Instagram mess you up. At the end of the day, it's perfectly okay to not have a lot of friends or have no friends at all. Number 22, this is not to sound mean, but grow a backbone. Like, a lot of y'all are not firm in your beliefs. Like, for example, with me being in my 30s, you know how many times I've had people tell me, you need to have kids or what? The Grinch. Like, what you want me to say? Like, I'm sitting here really trying to understand why you guys want to sit here and say you're a big adult, but you can't stand firm in your beliefs. You know how many times I've had to defend my beliefs left and right? And they're just like, so you're not going to change your mind? No, I'm standing by it. I have a back. Do you see? Here's my backbone. I just want to show you it. I have one of these. You need to get one too. Okay? Whenever even if your belief is stupid, let's say you believe in Harry Potter, or you believe in Tooth Fairy, whatever it is, stand firm in your beliefs, because a lot of y'all are wishy-washy, and the moment somebody picks on you for having a different mindset, you're quick to change it. I'm standing firm in my beliefs. You can't convince me to do nothing. Number 21, leave your hometown. And this is not to say, tonight pack up. Claire told me to leave my hometown. I'm not saying that, but what are you really learning there? Did you learn anything new? Or honestly, leave your hometown. Now, I'm not saying you gotta leave, because I'm still in the state I was born in, but leave your hometown. Truly sit there and leave your hometown. It's okay. You'll be fine. Number 20, you aren't married to your degree, so don't feel too bad if you have a job that's outside of it, because I really feel like we have this thing where okay, I got this degree in this thing. I have to do this. If I don't do this, I'm a failure. Dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your country. You know what I'm trying to say? You're okay. Don't be afraid to, now mind you, I have a psychology degree, but I work in accounting. It's just one thing, don't be afraid to go to divest. I'm gonna say divest, but don't be afraid that it's not exactly what you wanted, or it's exactly not on time. Because I know some people who are now going back to school, do what they really want to do. Okay. Go to the doctor. Go to the dentist. Go to the gynecological. Go to the gynecologist. Go to OBGYN. Go somewhere. Go somewhere where you can get an exam done. Go there. You don't know how much it kills me that y'all out here at y'all big age and do not have a primary care physician. That means if something goes down, this person knows already has your back history. I don't understand this. I don't get it. And I know a lot of jobs are just okay, I don't really have time to take off. I was forget that. Your health, one thing during the pandemic that taught me was that your health is primary. Everything else is secondary. I know it may not seem like that some days, but everything else is secondary. Decision making. Now, a lot of people will have to, I say 21 to about 32. You make a lot of life altering decisions. And the way I've always gotten through those decisions is that what is important to you? Because I know some people are just I just want to make a lot of money, but your coworker stuff. I want to make a lot of money, but the position is stuck. Get into the habit of making decisions that are important to you, because some people make this based as well on whether or not they want to get married, if they want to have a kid. I was like, what's important to you? What is important to you? And you don't got to go on Y'all Don't Fix My Life. You don't got to go on the internet and ask people in a subgroup. You know what's important to you, okay? Like, for example, with me, I know I didn't want to have kids till later in life because what was important to me is financial stability. I've never had that before. You know, my parents did their thing, but I've never had full financial stability where you pay bills and there's something left over. That's very important to me. So I made certain decisions that I stand by in what I do. I have my backbone and I stay firm in my beliefs. Y'all need to start doing that. The clock doesn't exist. Now, this is a little bit tricky to say because I know some people are just like, you're just trying to tell women that, geriatric, which I hate that word. Geriatric pregnancies aren't real. Like, they are, but like I said, like in my lifetime, I've seen people who are in their 20s have fertility issues. I've seen people who are 42 who gave birth and it was an easy pregnancy. Okay. At the end of the day, the clock doesn't exist. I really feel like the clock in geriatric, the word, was used as propaganda to make women fall in line, but that is a separate video. If you want me to talk about that, let me know. Number 16, experiment with your hair or grow back. That's really weird for me to say because it's true. Like, experiment with your hair. It will come back to you. There's no like, for example, if I know the front part of my hair is breaking, I know how to fix that in my tutorials. But I know how to fix that. I really feel like a lot of people get stuck where they're just like, hey, I don't know. Like, they're just like, hey, I don't know if my hair will grow back, or A, B, and C. I was just like, experiment with your hair, because the last thing I would want to do is if I'm sitting up on my last days and I'm just like, dang, I never went pink like I wanted to. I never did blonde. I never did this. Like, your hair will grow back. 15, I'm coming for y'all. Have friends outside your demographic. Have friends outside of your demographic. Like, I know that sounds really rude, but some of y'all, I feel bad for y'all. Like, literally, like, I'm that friend that I have, like, somebody from each demographic. I wasn't collecting them like Pokemon. Gotta catch them. Like, I wasn't that, but like, I literally have a personality that pairs well with a lot of people, to where like, I love having friends from different demographics, because I hate using that word, but I'm not trying to get banned. I love it because it's just like, you get to learn something new. Like, I didn't know A, B, and C did this. I didn't know A, B, and C person did this. Oh, that's how you celebrate that. Like, give something different. Like, I truly feel like you're missing out on life if you only have friends of one demographic, half time. But having friends, okay. Number 14, limit your social media. Now, I know that's gonna sound crazy coming from me because I'm a whole content creator, but I really don't be on social media like that. I literally, this is my process. I edit my videos, drop the promo, make sure it went through, and I did. That's what I do. That's why when people are saying, you don't be replying back to my DMs the next day. I was like, I'm not on social media. I made that like during the pandemic. I'm looking at my ventriloquist. During the pandemic, I made sure that I was never on social media like that ever again. Like, I feel like there was a lot of people who were just kind of like, I don't know, like the vibes weren't giving, okay? The vibes weren't giving, but I personally, I would say limit your social media just for your psychological aspect, but as well as it's just, you can do better things. Like, you're trying to sit here and tell me that you're not good. That's like, you're not a good painter, but you have time to be on internet for 3 hours. Like, that makes no sense. Like, that's actually how I became a content creator. Cause like, I'm on social media for 3-4 hours a day. Yeah, split up for 3, cause it gets boring. 3 or 4 hours a day. During that time, I could be doing something else, and I have. Number 13, gain a skill. You don't want to be boring when the music turns down. Now, this is a little weird to say, because not everybody's born with charisma. Some people are naturally charismatic. But I really feel like a lot of you don't have anything interesting to say, and then you wonder why people don't want to talk to you. And of course, you know, pretty privilege is mixed into why people want to even hear me talk. But some of y'all boring. Like, y'all don't have anything else going on. So did you hear about what happened with the Jenners? That's all you got? You don't want to talk about how Dionysius, you know, talk about Dionysius or Narcissus and like how the word narcissism first originated. Like, let's talk about some Greek and Roman mythology. Like, let's do something different. Like classical music. Like, I got you on every genre. History. Like, have something interesting to say. Y'all boring. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but like, y'all don't really be having anything to say at your big age. Like, you haven't read up on nothing. Like, I was like, there was nothing for you to talk about. There's nothing for you to bring to the table. Have something interesting to say. Number 12, keep your private life private. There's a lot of that I'm trying not to laugh because it's the weirdest thing to say that out loud, but like, keep your private life private. Like, I have yet to see it where someone has made their previous private life public and it has turned out well for them. And whether that's, you know, on the front part, but like the main part of intimacy is that it's just y'all two figuring stuff out, not you including your fans. They're not fans. I've seen how y'all treat y'all faves and I'm not interested. No. Number 11, take a break / vacation. If you're a workaholic, perfectionist, anal, OCD person like I am, you'll know it's hard to take a break. It's very hard because you're afraid when you come back, you're going to come back to a lot of work, or you're going to come back to someone did something wrong that you would have done easily, you would have easily fixed. Definitely for sure fix that. But definitely don't be afraid to take a break or vacation. Sometimes it's okay. Like, sometimes I'll take like a PTO every other month just for one day. No reasoning. Like, my brain is working at a million miles a minute. It's okay to do a pit stop here and there. So we're going to do our top 10. So top 10. Advice should come from people you actually like, or people that actually like you or that you aspire to be. Because one thing I messed up in my 20s was taking advice from people who do not like me, like literally. And I know some people might sit there and say, what are you talking about? I was like, no, like that was like one of my main things was just that I took advice from people who did not like me, whether or not they're intimidated by me on the low, or they saw where I was going and didn't like that I was actually going to a place. I can definitely say for sure, like, no, like that was my biggest mistake, was taking advice from people who don't like me. Number 9, work out at least 2 times a week for 30 minutes, even if it's walking outside, because walking counts. I know some people are like, that's not the same. Even if it's walking outside, like, you need to be exercising, no excuses. I run a whole content creator channel. I fold my own laundry. I work in accounting, and I still find time to work out 3 hours a week. Okay? I don't want to hear it. But I'm at social media. Good. You can catch up on the shade room while you're on the treadmill. You can fit that in there. Number 8, do things that are embarrassing. Like, when I first started content creating, I literally was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, what if they recite my videos back to me? But then I was like, that means they watching it. That means they're watching. But no, definitely I need for you to do one thing that's embarrassing each day. Because one thing I've learned is that people who are quick to point out to you, oh my God, that's so embarrassing, they're not brave. Bravery takes embarrassing yourself sometimes. I'm not afraid to embarrass myself because of the fact that you wish you had my courage. I know you do. So don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. Number 7, buy that toy your parents could never buy for you. I really believe in that. I really believe. Buy things that you wish your parents would have bought for you. My main thing is like basically having my own room. So like that was a big thing for me. But like, buy stuff that your parents can buy for you. I feel like you're healing your inner child. Now, I'm not trying to say you should go and clear out Toys R Us, even though we the main people who's buying all the stuff. All the millennials are. But buy that toy your family couldn't buy for you. Number 6, this is a little controversial. It's okay to not be close to your family. Now, stay with me now. I'm not saying you got to go tell your mom, your dad, your brother, forget you when you get home. I'm not saying that, but it's okay to not be close to your family. It honestly is. I feel like forcing it is worse. I feel like you're asking, like, what you're asking is impossible. You're asking a person to have something in common with everyone. You can't even find 3 coworkers you like. Like, just imagine your family. Like, I truly feel like it's okay to not be compatible with certain family members as long as the respect is still there. I think it's perfectly fine to not be close with your family. Number number 5, discernment in relationships will save you money and kids. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. I'm not blaming anybody, but some of y'all still have not developed, which me, my discernment skill, I develop it every day. Your discernment skill is very vital for you to not begin taken advantage of. Like, I'm sorry, but when I hear certain statements, when you guys are saying, I didn't know she was like that. Yes, you did. They was fine. That's why I ignored it. That's the end of that sentence. Anyways, number 4, vet your friends. I feel like, especially me, this was a big learning lesson for me. I'm most like, hi, hey, you want to be friends? Yeah, let's do it. That's how I usually am. Now I vet my friends to where I make sure we're actually compatible and just not, we have a cohesive look. Like, I make sure we're actually compatible. Cause like I said, like, I'm more like, I need us to be vibrating at the same level. Not saying people are, not on my vibration, but I truly feel like some of y'all are not compatible with your friends. I just think y'all look good together. The top 3, listen up, build your credit. You walking around with a 400 credit score at your big age. I literally, legally brought my credit score up from 500 to almost 800 just by paying pieces off here and there, getting a secured credit card, making sure everything is on point and paid up to date. Stop it. There's no excuse. There's none. Like, I don't know. Number 2, stop saying you're old. Like, I know it's a lot of people my age. Like, I joke, but I'm not serious. But some people, they literally feel like they're old. And there's a reason why. Think about it. Why do you think so many of these spells, when people are casting spells, it's done with your voice? It's done with certain words. Words are very powerful. So when you're walking around saying you're old, you are old. Does that make any sense? So really learn to speak with intention, because everything that happens with me, like me, I'm gonna have 10,000 subscribers on here. I'm gonna be monetized on YouTube. Like, you have to speak these into existence and not just be like, you're speaking it into the air. Like, you really have to learn that your words are important. And then number 1, therapy. I feel like that's enough. I feel like that's enough words, just one word. Find a good therapist. I haven't found one that I really like, but find a good therapist and go religiously. I truly feel like our generation, not trying to compare, but I feel like if you are a millennial, you need to see a therapist. There's a lot of events. I'm looking back from 2001 to 2023. There's a lot of events that our generation has survived through. And I really feel like we should be in a therapist license, not your friend, but we need to be in a licensed therapist chair, because we have gone through a lot, and I want to give everybody a hug because we've gone through a lot. I don't know how we did it, but there's something about this, move that we have. But I really hope you guys enjoyed my top 30 over 30 advice. If you have anything that you want to add, put it in below. Definitely watch out for my next video. Clear.